What is up, guys and girls, and all in between? It is I, Large Does Beyblade, and today we're back with another Beyblade video. But this time, it's a little different than the usual Beyblade videos I've done. So, a little backstory. If you want, skip to wherever the timestamp says, because this is going to be an in-depth analysis on all seven generations of Beyblade Burst, including the newer generation of Beyblade X. And we are going to be talking about how to put a burst Beyblade on the launchers, and how the X Beyblades work. I may be late to the trend. I may be late to, well, basically the entire thing. I was thinking of recording a video for me getting Drawn Sword, Hell Scythe, and Wizard Arrow, but I decided against it since I don't have the stadium for it. I never got the stadium. So, again, wherever the stamp says, you can skip to that. So, I am starting a Beyblade club at my own school. I've been wanting to do this since the first semester of my own school, and now it's finally happening. Get this fake card out of here. And since it's finally happening, I am very excited for it. I was able to get one of my teachers so we can do it in her classroom. And I have the stadiums for it. I only have two, but so far the Speedstorm Stadium and the Avatar Attack Stadium that you can see it right here. I'm pointing at something else, but you can see it right there. These two stadiums will be able to help me out for a while. So what are we gonna do? Like I said, this is to help the people of my club understand how Beyblade works, what the difference between Takara Tomy and Hasbro are, how to put a Beyblade together, how to take it apart, how to put it on the launcher, etc. So, to start off with Burst, and just Beyblade in general, single layers. Now, this is the only accurate single layer I have. I have Kerbeus and I have Death Scyther, but I don't have them proper, because Death Scyther needs Quake, and I don't have Quake. This is the only accurate one I have besides Kerbeus. I have Central, but it's at my dad's. I have Defense, but it's going to look weird. But this is Valtryek Wing XL. Now, I tend to use a lot of the Japanese names because I have gotten used to that. This is Valtryek Wing XL. This is, as it's seen, a single layer. Every single Bay part has a name to it, including the disc. As you can see, it has W's on it. Why does it have W's? Because the disc is called a wing. And the reason why this is called XL is they just have it in a name. But it has an A on it. So, to give you a rundown, this is what the backside of it. This is what the backside of a Beyblade looks like. Hasbro has a different than Takara Tomy. So, what you're going to have to do, in case you want to put it together, is simple. Take a good look, get your disc, put it. This is a right spin Beyblade, therefore it has to look like this when you're starting to put it in. Sorry, weird thing in my mouth. And then you get your tip. You have to align it. Make sure that both screw parts are connected, and twist it to the left. Therefore, you get a completed Beyblade. If you want to take it apart, twist it to the right. To put a Beyblade on a launcher, this goes for all future Beyblades. To put a Beyblade on the launcher, you must see the two gaps of a Beyblade, which are on either side. As you can see, with the ripcord going in it. And then you must see these two prongs and carefully insert it. Sometimes they'll stay on or fall off. With Hasbro, it depends. You can click it in and it's fine. But if you just kind of put it like that, it might fall. Now, the first generation does not have any core gimmicks. It's just there. They're simple, they're simplistic, and they're easy to understand. Now, single layer is over. We are going into, what should I call it? We're going to dual layers. Beyblade Burst. Season 1, Episode 1 introduced us to 3 Beyblades. Storm Spriggan, Victory Valkyrie, and Rising Ragnarok. But all I have is Raging Rocktavor, Gravity Revolve, sorry. This is Raging Rocktavor, or as we're supposed to call it, Rising Ragnarok. Its pieces are Raging Rocktavor, Gravity Revolve. And these Beyblades kind of do have small gimmicks, but mainly it's just depending on speed for a stamina type. This thing in the show is shown to be good at first, until it starts becoming a punching bag in the series. That goes for all future Rocktavors in the future. And then, like 2 episodes later, we are introduced to a different Beyblade, King Kerbeus. And, yeah, it's kind of, I forgot how it's supposed to go. It's either you have it like this or you have it like this. I'm not sure which way it's supposed to be shown. But this is Kerbeus. I don't know what this piece is, I'm sorry. And, Central, I think. I don't pay attention to this. I don't pay attention. But Kerbeus also has a unique gimmick. There are chains around the layer, giving it an extra layer of defense. The tip is able to have its stem I really should have wrote a script for this. The tip is able to make sure it doesn't lose any balance. It's a defense type, therefore it majors in defense. Attack types are easy. Oh right, I forgot. Wait, why are you? Why are you there? I forgot to explain type changes, type balances, whatever. Oh hey. Oh yeah, I got my tips dyed. Worth it, honestly. But Kerbeus has an extra a chain around its a layer, therefore causing it for extra defense. And the tip is very useful in order for it to keep its balance and everything. Then we have some Beyblades that aren't in the show but are needed for more diversity. What do we have? Mad Miniboros, which they did not translate into the US, so it's still called Mad Miniboros. This one, it's a Minotaur. It's Miniboros Minotaur, Mad Minotaur, basically. Its pieces: Mad Miniboros, Knuckle, Jaggy. This is an attack type Beyblade, which specializes in attack. It's pretty versatile. It has these 2 contact points, which are the main points, which are the horns, which kind of look worn out because I do use this a lot. But no information is really stated. It's supposed to resemble a bull, but it does have good stats in the defense department, though. That's it for Burst. Now we go into the God series, which is the best series known on the entirety of the Beyblade Burst series. If you want to fight me in the comments, do so, I dare you. So, sorry, I need to be hydrated. I don't have the regular Valkyrie, so I'm going to be using Strike. But this Strike is from Hasbro. Where did I get the stickers? I got them. That's all you need to know. So, with the inclusion of Beyblade Burst God, this is where Switch Strike comes in for Hasbro, which is when they started to be the most saving grace of all time. Hasbro did not fail with what they did for Switch Strike, okay? They were able to make sure everything was accurate in some sort of way, and they made sure to have the gimmicks all there. Except for Strike Valkyrie, they didn't bother making an Ultimate reboot, so they just gave it reboot. And to keep the Switch Strike gimmick, they did not lock Strike. So, let's say this is just Genesis Valkyrie. Just Genesis Valkyrie. It has two gimmicks. Its spring-loaded feature, which doesn't really work all that well in real life since, you know, it kind of has that weak burst resistance. But it has this unique gimmick that makes it able to have a spring-loaded attack. And the tip reboot, it's kind of hard to see, but its tip reboot, during battle, it comes out like a stamina tip. But once it starts wearing out, it becomes flat, therefore giving it a second boost. Giving it a second chance, mostly for a powerful attack. Next up, we have Surge Excalius. Now, oh right, I forgot. Pieces, everybody. There are new pieces, sorry. There are new pieces. Now they're starting to have numbers. And now they're starting to have frames. Stare at me with them big ol' eyes. Sorry, frames are extremely hard to take off sometimes. Depends on your disc. Depends on how long you don't take them off. There we go. So, alone, in the actual series of the anime, it is proven that if you take off the frame of your Beyblade, it makes it lighter. This does not work in real life. But there are frames in Beyblade Burst, which I know none of the names for. I don't know any of the names. I don't know the names. I only know one, and that's I know three. Cross, Turn, and Meteor. Those are the only three I know about. Don't ask me anymore. But yes, you have 4 pieces in one Beyblade. But with this new change, nothing really happens. You get to still... That was stupid of me to do, honestly. Anyways, like I was trying to say, Surge Excalius. That was very stupid of me to do. I don't know why I did that. What the fuck? Anyways, Surge Excalius. This is a Beyblade that's extremely unique since it has... Well, technically extremely unique. But this is one of the few Beyblades that have metal in all 3 areas. Technically, you could argue about Nightmare Longinus having metal, but Excalius started it first. Therefore, it has metal on its layers. I got the teal recolor, which is pretty cool. It has metal right here and here, the sword making it a big contact point. And its pieces are Surge Excalius, 1 iron. Yes, it is literally called iron. There is no special reasoning behind it. But this Switch Strike feature is able to leave it with devastating blows. And in the show, it's moved Triple Saber. You have to make sure everything is perfectly aligned. These 2 integers right here are able to make sure it's perfectly aligned, as well as the bottom, because of its 1 disc, you can tell when it does its Triple Saber move. Hang on, it's disturbing me. Parts on the floor. Oh. Sorry. And then we get into one of the more unique God Beyblades. Nightmare Luinor. Or Nightmare Longinus, whatever you prefer, honestly. Chuck them because you have to fight me. Nightmare Longinus. Nightmare Luinor? Longinus, whatever. Is one of the more uniquer ones. Why? It's only 2 pieces. The forge disc and the layer are both infused together to make it harder to burst. This is its Switch Strike feature. Only 2 pieces. And its only other piece, besides its layer and disc, Nightmare Luinor, is a tip called Destroy. That's it. That's it. That's what it's called. It's just called Destroy. That's it. It's just called Destroy. That's it. This right here is just called Destroyed. But yes, this is its Switch, and Destroy is really good in battles. due to its free spinning thing, its free spinning layer, it is able to ride the edges of the stadium really well, and it's good in stamina and defense. In attack, you gotta roll the dice. And then we get into a Beyblade that has literally been banned in tournaments because of its Takeratomi counterpart. Yes, I am talking about the Spriggan Requiem. Spriggan Requiem. What? I'm just gonna be referring to them by their Japanese name because I cannot keep correcting myself. I'll just put up a name thing wherever. So while I'm editing this video because I don't want to keep correcting myself. We have Spriggan Requiem. This is the animation. Guess what? For the episode revealing this one specifically, the animation budget was more just for this. Just for a single Beyblade, which ended up getting banned in tournaments. And this thing has 3 color variations. It has a gold variation, a black and red variation, and a blue and white variation. Anyways, its pieces are easy to remember. Spriggan Requiem, 0, Zeta. Now, Spriggan has a unique mechanic. As you can see, it's in left spin right now. But take the little bump from your ripcord launcher, align it with the exact area, twist it. Now you have it in right spin. Now you have it in right spin. This is its unique gimmick. It's able to switch from left and right spin. Its pre-evolution Legend Spriggan had the pieces 7 merge. But it was also one of the first Beyblades to be able to change spin orientation. And it has rubber on the layer. Thank Hasbro for this, at least. Thank Hasbro for keeping the rubber on both Spriggan Requiem and Drain Fafnir. It kept the rubber on Spriggan Requiem for spin stealing. That is the core piece of the layer. And the tip Zeta. Spriggan has always been and will forever be a balance type. So, what did they decide to do? They decided to give it a tip, which can change modes. We have your defense mode, you have your attack mode, then you have your stamina mode, which is considered either stamina or balance. I consider it stamina since it lasts longer in the stadium. Nice. Anyways, that is the end of... Oh, right! Left spin launchers. Right, almost forgot. So, Nightmare Longinus is a left spinning Beyblade. Why? I don't know. It's funny because its pre-evolution Lost Longinus was basically the same thing. Left spin. So, in order to figure out left spins, you need to be able to figure out every single launcher from Switch Strike and on has had 2 entranceways. It's had an R and an L. Right now, it's in left spin. And then, take it out, flip it, put it in the other hole, then you have left spin. To know the difference between left and right is the bump. As you can see, there is a bump on left spin, but there isn't on a right spin. Want to make sure your friend is doing it right, check for the bump. If it's in right spin, it does not have the bump. But if it's in left spin, it has the bump. So, how do you put in a left spinning Beyblade? Same thing as always. You just gotta do it in reverse. Get your left spinning Beyblade, put it where the holes are, and twist. You have to twist it to the right. And then, launch it. I caught it this time, thank God it was only 2 pieces. But yes, that is how you launch a left spinning launcher, left spinning Beyblade. I have 3 left spins left to go over. But that is the end of God, and we are going into the wonderful land of emo, edgy, Bay destruction, redemption, rebirth, and brotherly rivalry. That's right, I am talking about Beyblade Burst Super Shozy. or turbo, whatever. So here's a key difference between the two. I have this Emperor Fornius. Its pieces are zero fence. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. I'm looking at the thing. But Hasbro decided to do something stupid. What's that stupid, you ask? Take off a very important gimmick and only leave it with the tip gimmicks. Okay, you may argue that Hell Salamander, Archer Hercules, and the Shozi Bays all kept their layer gimmicks. That's true. They did. And Buster Excalibur, sorry. And the Phoenixes as well. But they took off metal, which a lot of people were confused about. That they took off the metal from the Shozi Beyblade because that was another gimmick. That made it heavier. That made it more powerful. That made it stronger and heavier to last in battle. And that's what caused Brutal Luinor to be completely useless at this point. If the tip spiral, I think it's called spiral. If the tip is too flattened out, it goes crazy and it just self-destructs. Just like Turbo Valkyrie. But they did bring in a new system. They call it the rail system, or the sling shock feature. Ow, 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 ow. This is a lot harder since I don't really use it. Hang on. There we go. Sorry, I had to use my teeth. This is the sling shock feature. Nice. But this is a slingshot feature. It makes the tip incredibly flat, and due to it, and because of that, it has this unique gimmick of going on these things called rails, which sometimes they work, sometimes they get stuck on it, sometimes you forget about it. Yeah, it was kind of forgettable, honestly. It was so stupid. But you're safe because you don't have 4 pieces anymore. And to just put it back, all you have, each one comes with a different gimmick. Sometimes you have to pull it out, sometimes you have to push it in, sometimes you have to just twist and pull. But yes, that was Emperor Fornius. It is a defense type Beyblade used by a side character called Fubuki Sumie, which is the student of Shu Kurenai. Then we get into the wonderful land of what Hasbro decided to call Pro Series. I have here the limited edition black. I'm just kidding. Oh, you know how many? You know, when I got this idiot specifically, I had the pro version of Shozi Achilles. What? And then what happened? My cousin ended up dropping it, therefore breaking its dimension driver, and I was so furious because it's like, I could have went to school. I could have showed off my friend that I had the super limited edition Shozi Black Achilles, because if you ever look at an actual image of Black Achilles, it doesn't change except for the layer. That's it. But I did give the liberty of replacing the layer with 00, because originally it's supposed to have Shozi Achilles 00 dimension, but this has absorbed because it's Pro Series, and Pro Series doesn't give a shit. Anyways, it at least this goes for the Hasbro version as well. It ended up keeping its burst lock mechanism, and because of that, it was favorited at least. At first, when I had Shozi Achilles, Turbo Achilles, sorry. When I had Turbo Achilles, I thought it was going to be ass. I thought it was going to just burst immediately. Because you don't have to put effort into launching it. It just comes out like a Turbo Valkyrie. But they decided, you know what? No, we're not going to do that. And they decided to keep the burst lock mechanism. This is a unique feature that all Turbo Beyblades have. But if you do it hard enough, it breaks it. Which was pretty cool in the anime. And then This is where we get our very first Takara Tomy Beyblade into this show, because I have the Takara Tomy version of Revive Phoenix. Revive Phoenix. 10 friction. This is the not limited. I guess you could say it because they don't sell these anymore. But this is the Revive Phoenix from Takara Tomy. Oh, the stickers have started coming off. This was a gift from a friend. As you know, Bendy Dude has shown up in a few of my videos on the Pokemon channel or other channels. But it's mine now because he stopped using his Beyblades. I have to thank him for most of my collection, because if not, I wouldn't be able to do this. My collection has grown to like 80 something at this point now. But I have Revive Phoenix, and Revive Phoenix has a good, not broken, but like has a good gimmick, honestly. The Revive armor. If you hit it hard enough and you get it to its first click, I'm pretty sure. If you are able to get it to its first click and hit it hard enough, the Revive armor comes off. And depending on how hard it hits, and depending on the Beyblade, what you are doing is causing more trouble for you. Yes, you. Because this acts as an obstacle. When I first had it, my cousin tried taking it off, thinking the Beyblade broke. He tried taking it out of the stadium, and I had to stop his hand and be like, no, dude, that's what it does. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to come off. And he ended up losing because he didn't understand how Revive Phoenix worked. But Revive Phoenix has an that's its layer gimmick. Zip gimmick doesn't work in real life. It's supposed to, because it has rubber on the side of a plastic ball. But the thing is, it doesn't work. It's too tall. The ball is too big for it to even work. Now we get into Dead Phoenix. Or should I say, Dread Phoenix. It keeps the same pieces. 10 friction. All that changes after Revive Phoenix breaks Dead Hades. Just a new redesign. That's it. I'm being genuinely serious. That's it. That is it. Just because Fi was butthurt about not getting Dead Hades when he was smaller, because Hearts wanted to not have his life taken over from him, he decided to take the one his brother wanted because he felt like he deserved it. And honestly, Hyde definitely did deserve it. Hearts definitely deserved it because I was a jackass. Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, there we go. That was hard. That was stupid. Anyways, now for this slingshot gimmick, you have to pull it. You have to push it. You have to push it. As you can see, it's one of those pushing gimmicks. So all you have to do, mine's extremely tight. Fuck's sake, mine's harder, so I have to use like something hard to push it. And as you can see, as I push it in a little more, it becomes flat. Push it back out, and it becomes a ball. It becomes friction again. Okay, now we get into the generation. We go into the generation Hasbro messed up on and started using cheaper products. I have a trash can in there. I almost forgot. I think that's the... Nah, whatever. But yes, Hasbro royally messed up in Beyblade Burst GT, or as they call it, Rise. Because Rise has two other names to it. GT and Gotchi. Dry throat. But before I show you this, I am going to show you one of the most powerful Gotchi bays. Zwei Longinus. Drake Spiral Dash. Yes, I remember. Yes, I know these From onward, I officially know these. Some of them. So, Zwei Longinus, Drake, Spiral, Metsu. Why am I saying Metsu? Your life gets a lot more complicated when GT rolls around. Because no longer are the days of just, single layer Madman Aboros or Emperor Fornius. No. This is why. This right here, this is called Zwei. This right here, this is called Longinus. This right here, called Metsu. This right here, Drake, Spiral Dash. Now you have a total of 5 pieces, and if you're an unlucky soul, and if your Beyblade comes with a frame as well, I am sorry for your loss, man, because Jesus Christ. Anyways, again, this is a left spinning Beyblade, therefore it requires the left spin treatment. Since it was Nightmare Luminor being a little pussy, we have this. Put it between the gaps and make sure it goes in. Because, there we go. And then you can just spin it. I'm not going to spin it because I'm going to hurt my hand. Then we get into a Beyblade I kind of like, but at the same time, he's just an emo rendition. Master Diabolos. Hang on a minute. Master Diabolos 12 turn Zeta? Oh, right, because this is Pro Series. I don't have Takara. I just have like 5 Takara Beyblades. This is Master Diabolos Pro Series. It has the same gimmick as Wily Longinus. And I was an unlucky soul. Because it has its ability. This is Master. And this is Diabolos. So, put it in right spin. It has the same gimmick, honestly. You can switch it and it still has the giant ass gap. But its pieces are Master Diabolos, 12 turn Zeta. I forgot what the metal part was. Anyways, because of this, it has 4 metal contact points. 2 on its attack side for heavier attacks, and then 2 in the middle on its defense side for more defense and heavier stamina. Which works out really well, and you can basically do cursed stuff with this, honestly. We go into a fateful day. Why? Because. Why? Yeah, there we go. Now you get to see what horrors Hasbro has done to Beyblade Burst GT. I present to you, not Regalia Genesis, Royal Genesis. They could not have been bothered to do what they did for Devilos and Dragon. Dragon was able to get its ignition driver to be just 1. Same thing with Devilos. This thing also has ignition, but just white. And they didn't do anything. They didn't bother to... They didn't bother anymore, honestly. Anyways, you have Regalia. And you have Genesis. But here's the fun part. Because Prime Apocalypse, Regalia Genesis, and Eclipse Genesis have this unique feature called the Infinite Lock System. Hasbro decided, what if we just removed that? That's what happened. Oh, hey, you want your infinite locks? Well, fuck you. You don't get your infinite locks. Hey, at least you have a lighter load. All you have is 4 pieces. Sore throat. Again, Chocolate Milk's gonna fight me. Now, that's over. I've explained 5 generations. 3 more to go. You'll see why. 4, sorry. Then we go into the Sparking series. I would be explaining chassis to you if Hasbro decided to do chassis. You are not supposed to have this. You are not supposed to have King. You're not supposed to have Colossal Helios 10 Extend. I don't know. Also, it's not even called Colossal Helios, and we localized it so it can change. In the actual anime, it's called King Helios. Anyways, it's not supposed to look like this. It's not supposed to have. It's not supposed to be like this. I mean, sure, yeah. You still get your little fun gimmick of needing to take it off, yeah. Oh no, I'm putting it on wrong. But that's no fun. Who wants to do that? I'm more of the team of complicated. Okay, this one gets a small slide. It's Ragnarok. It's Glide Roktavor. In the show, it has a single chassis. And now, before I get into chassis, it's a little more accurate. It has a wheel revolve S. And then we have, it's just black. It has HR. I reported it to HR. And then it has the Universe driver. Which, honestly, pretty fun driver. Let me compliment you. It's a pretty fun driver, honestly. And then I get to find an expensive too. It may be Pro Series, but I have it. Variant Lucifer. Look at this Batman. See this Batman? Variant Lucifer. 2D Mobius. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it's supposed to be. This is what Sparking is supposed to be. But Hasbro decided to say, fuck that. So, what are chassis? Man. What are chassis? Basically, what a chassis is it's extra support for the Beyblade. Since these Beyblades are a little bit more taller, they're more useful for fighting. They have these things called chassis. And because of this, there's two different types. There's double and there's single. This is a double chassis. It has protection around it, and the disc, the forged disc, is literally forged into it. You cannot remove this unless you are willing to break a Beyblade for it. So, you see these 4 contact points? You gotta just insert it in. Oh, fuck, I forgot this. You see how, like, there's a big empty space? Yeah, you have to make sure you insert it in, like that. And then, same deal, as if you were putting on a normal Beyblade. Line it up, twist. That's how you put it on. A single chassis is what Glide has. It's just extra support so the Beyblade looks taller. So this one kind of gets a pass. But overall, this is the most accurate one we can have out of the Sparking series. Out of that, we move on to the Dynamite series, where Hasbro has decided to screw us over one more time. Salvage Valtryek. Only 2 colors. Only 2. But here's the thing. This is supposed to be shot. These 2 things. See this? It's supposed to be one thing. It's supposed to be called the shot driver. Not whatever the hell this is. Now, for Dynamite Beyblades, Hasbro version, by the way, they're complicated. Basically, you can take them off like this. You just have to lift one up, you have to lift the other one up and take it out. And then to remove it, you have to twist it to the left. Sorry, to twist it to the left, and then you see the two bridges right here. If you want it to do it in high mode, do that and then twist it. Twist it to the right and place this. You gotta make sure to place it where these two holes are. You have your high mode, or as they like to call it, apex mode. And I forgot to call it tall mode. Big ass gap. But your tip also comes with a surprise. Free circumcision. Circumcise your Beyblade. Now you have a very calm attack type. Attack types are not supposed to be calm. You have a very calm attack type. You see this needle tip? And to revert it back, all you need to do is click on the bottom. Nice. And then you have to pop it out on both ends. Then rinse and repeat. Twist it to the right. Put it back on and then twist it to the left. Look back. Look at the two spaces. Put it on. And all you have to do is just do this. You have a calm attack type again. Then, if you so want to, because you keep forgetting about it, take off this, put his foreskin back on. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't want to go on. I'm sorry. These things can break, by the way, if you try forcing it on. And then we have a Beyblade I have been longing to get for a while. Astral Spriggan is next. We have the one and only Ultimate Valkyrie. But it is trimmed to Karatomi. But I got a slight dent in the back. I got it from Korea. It still has its the Karatomi logo. And it still has everything you need to know about it. It just came from Korea, that's it. Yes, I kept the box. Wanna know what else I kept? It's White Longinus's box. I kept all the boxes. Anyways, this is from the BU series. No, not BU. Not BU. This is Dynamite as well. Sorry, this is Dynamite as well. Ultimate Evolution Valkyrie has Excel. Anyways, we have Ultimate Valkyrie. 9 Legacy Variable Dash. What do you mean by 9? I'll explain it to you. Now, it has the gimmick of tab, pop out. Now, what do you mean by 9? This is what I mean by 9. You have your metal rings. These are called 9. This is called 9. This is specifically called 9. So, all you have to do, pop it out once it's out, put it back in, and then put 9 in, and then there you go. All you have to do is just put it back together. Put it back together. Still have issues with this thing. All you have to do is put it back together. And now you have a giant gap. But this can also work out to some people's favor because you can actually add other Beyblade pieces to its high mode, but only to its high mode, due to the fact that regular Beyblade pieces, will not be able to go on to a Dynamite Beyblade due to it being in high mode. It won't be able to fit. That's why they have these custom. Things. It's custom, bro. It's custom. Okay. This also transfers over to BU, which is the final and last generation. Instead of having variable dash, it ends up getting Excel dash. Now we go into one of the generations. Drawn sword. Wizard arrow. And hell scythe. Now, You expected blue? No. This is the main character. He sucks ass. And new launchers are pretty eh. You have 3 entranceways as well. So you see the 3 parts right here? 1, 2, 3. You have to make sure all of these combine, insert it in, and then twist it. You have to twist it to make sure it doesn't come off. Nice, it came off. If you just insert it like this, it won't fit in. You have to twist it to make sure. Give it a little click or 2. Now, these are a little more complicated. You're back to your usual 3 pieces, but here's the thing. I did that without struggling, oh my god. This is called health size. And then, long gone are the days of forged disc and perform. No, this is called a ratchet, and this is called a bit. Not a bitch. A bit. Now, these are the most easiest Beyblades to assemble. See that? See the giant space? You see this white part right here? Make sure it aligns with this giant space. And you have to twist it. If it wants to twist... Oh, right. I have to manually twist it. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait, no, hang on. I already twisted it. What the... There we go. That was a little harder. And then you have to insert it in like that. Make sure it goes into the hole. And you kind of hear like a double click. Now, these Beyblades are a little more dangerous. What I'm gonna do is... I cut that with my hand. Oh my god. Now, the launchers for these Beyblades come with an interesting feature. They don't have a limiter anymore. I can't go into the base pieces because I don't know what they are. They do not have a limiter anymore. Therefore, you're able to launch it as hard as you can and as hard as you want. So, if I just want to launch it like this, it stays spinning until I either grab it or it runs out of fuel on the carpet floor. It does not have its limiter anymore because I can probably squeeze in like a demo video of how it's supposed to look like since I downloaded it off the Beyblade Burst Rival server, which also has been getting updated. Have you guys heard? Epic Games, Epic Story Interactive has changed its name to Midnight Game Studios, which I don't object. It's pretty cool, but the game is being updated again, which you should download, and the Beyblade Burst app. Pretty cool. Anyways, that's it. That's it. 7 generations of Beyblade, all explained in this probably 15-minute video. My stomach hurts. My stomach hurts. I drank 2 things of chocolate milk. Anyways, oh fuck. Yeah, my stomach's hurting. That's not good. But thank you guys for watching me explain Beyblade and everything. If you guys ever want me to get to the lore part, I will explain it either in person. This is mainly made for my club, but I'm also uploading it to my channel because for funsies, and I need to do it anyways because I will be starting it soon. This is an exciting day in my life. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in person, online, or somewhere in the streets. If you recognize me, don't be afraid to say hi. I like my fans. Howdy, y'all. Stay safe. Love you.